Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to Soulful Healing Tarot. In this reading, we're going to find out what it is that you don't see in yourself, but others do. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and pick a pile. Pick a pile that you are most drawn to. Use your intuition. Pause the video if you need more time. The timestamps will be in the comment section below, and I shall see you at your reading. Hello, pile number ones. Welcome to your reading. So, what is it that you don't see in yourself but others do? Okay, sometimes we need that external perspective to break out of that jinx called self criticism and realize how bright we actually shine. So, I have your spread in front of me here. Let's dive right in. I'm just channeling intuitively. So, yeah, let's see what comes through, right? So the first thing that I see is this Kabi sticker. So yeah, you are like a matter of fact, practical person, and you know to uncomplicate things. Okay, and you do this for others. Even you walk into their life, and if they are ridden with problems, you will tell them the exact thing to do, which is like the simple solution to their big complicated problem. Okay, they might see it that way, like it's a big complicated problem and you just come there to uncomplicate it. Like, bro, life is this simple. It's just like, 1 plus 1 equals 2. And they're like, is it? And then you like whack them on the head. Yes, it is. So I see you as such a person. Okay, you're also very fun. The way you do it is very like in a witty way, in a goofy way. And yeah, people really like that about you. You bring that light-hearted energy and they really appreciate it. Okay, imagine, like, we tend to overthink. We tend to overthink all the time. And imagine this person who is funny and witty and also has the problem, like solution to your problem, right? They walk in and they are like making all these jokes and they're goofing around, but also they are like providing the solution to your problem, right? They solved your problem, they escalated your mood, and yeah, you are in a different mood altogether, right now, from how you were like 5 minutes ago. So they really appreciate you that way. Like they would think that you are like a savior, right? You just come in the right time. You're at the right place at the right time. Even there's something like that about you, like divine timing. Okay, in many people's life, you just enter the right time, and they're really grateful for that. Okay, because you provide practical solutions. Okay, it's not something like it's not just words of wisdom or words of empathy or sympathy or whatever it is. No, you're not trying to console them. You bring in the solution, you also elevate their mood. So that is good, right? So look, laughter. So you bring in that laughter. Okay, you're witty and people uh, people really like that about you. You like lighten the mood and the spirits of people. Okay, and what else do I see? People think that you are a very strong person, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all sense you're very strong. Okay, this may not be very evident, but people know this. Maybe you think people don't know. Okay, but the right ones know. Pile number one, they know that even if you have been through rough situations in life, you usually come out of it with a fresh energy. Like you are not resentful or anything like that, right? You are very light-hearted. You have that light-heartedness, and probably a lot of work goes into coming to that kind of a perspective, right? And they see that about you, so it's not unseen. Okay, if at all you were thinking, hey, you know what, I have been through all these things, but I don't think people really see me like someone who has been through a lot, or really don't value me that way. In case, just in case, you're bearing it all alone, just know that there are souls out there who can actually recognize this. Okay, even without you saying anything, they will know, and their soul will know, and they will know. So they will treat you from that angle. Okay, you don't have to worry about immature people. That's what I'm saying. There are people who really appreciate you, and they are appreciating, there's a song, right? Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough for pile number ones. Okay, if you have a goal, you will go, uh, you will take whatever it takes to get there. Okay, you will achieve your goals no matter what. And yeah, even if you, if you come with your lighthearted energy and you find a solution, it seems spontaneous, right? But actually you're a mastermind. Okay, people know that you're a mastermind. Okay, this is something they are thinking about you. So you tell me, is this true? It says they are brilliant and strategic. They'll stay up late researching the solution to a problem you mentioned in passing just to make your life easier. Yeah, you're that person. You tend to make life easier for others. Okay, so they think probably you're doing all this work, but you just casually come in. Hey, you know what? I sorted this out for you, and you're like, it's no big deal. It's all right, and people are like. People just love you. Okay, look at this kisses, and this kisses, like sometimes it is giving this energy. It's giving this mixed energy for me. Some people just want to like kiss you because kiss you on the cheek, hug you, and kiss you because you solved their problem. Okay, out of love and everything. Yes, everything is coming from a place of love. And some people, they, I think they just find you very attractive, so they might feel like, what, I when I look at pile number one, I just want to kiss them or something like that. And there is another, there are people here, like probably your ex or someone, the energy is coming through saying, you give good kisses. So yeah, that is about the kiss emoji here. And we do have Kim crying. So, what is this about? So, if at all you are, faced with a challenge, right? Uh, and this is not some minor inconvenience, this is some big challenge itself. For example, life event, okay? Maybe breakups or some difficult times, right? Maybe you will cry about it for some time, right? Immediately, perhaps that would be your reaction, but then you're like, you know what, let me go on a vacation. So in that sense, that just because you cried and you like, the energy is now shifted, like you cried it out, right? So because you don't want to be in that energy for a long time, so people see that, you kind of move on pretty quick from problems or from life's difficulties. Okay, you're like, you know what, let's then you start flying high again. You're going for your dreams and your desires and everything. They're like, I have not seen pile number one waste time, being in a rut phase where they're thinking, oh my God, why did it happen to me? And they're depressed or anything like that. I've only seen them making effort to come out of it. So people really admire that about you because they want to be more like that. Okay. And I see, look at this. You're like, you know what? I just want to go on a vacation now. Uh, after this cry section, right? You're like, I want to go on a vacation, so let's go. Or I want to fly high. I want to go to my, I want to chase my dream and desires, and I want to chase those experiences. So you're not like, sitting there. You just fly, okay? And yeah, look at this sticker. It says, the world is big and I want to have a good look at it before it gets dark. So you dream big. Okay, you dream big. You kind of shift perspective this way. Like, for example, like I said, like if something happens in your life, you don't fixate on that. You kind of zoom out and you understand, like, yeah, you shift your perspective or to get for something optimistic and life moving on. And you're saying, you know what, there are a billion people out there. Okay, I can make new friends. I There are so many experiences out there that I am yet to experience. And yeah, there's so many things out that I have to see. Like, you dream big, you have big dreams. Okay, and you're not someone who's going to be you're not slowed down that easily. Okay, so people admire that about you. So you're relentless, you're resilient that way. And yeah, see, you go the distance. Okay, it says endurance, strength, the long haul. So people really like having you in their life. They think, you are that friend, that that rock in their life that really supports them, and you are for the long haul. Okay, and also this is about you, the endurance and strength bit. I did get that with this mountain emoji, right, with the Nepal emoji. You have the endurance and strength. People see that, okay? People admire that about you. And yes, the way they see you, literally people think that you are, if you're in that team, like, they think that it is advantageous for them, right? Even for some people, even for clout reasons, I don't know why, like, if you are in their team, right, they are very, they're very happy. Okay, it says here, wait, it's not portal that I wanted to show you. Where is it? Yeah, portal only, sorry, the portal. So it says doors are open, you decide rewards and wild card. So they find your energy very rewarding in whatever situation it is that you bring your energy, like, if it is in some kind of a team project, or you're going for any outings, right? People really enjoy your company, and your presence is very rewarding for them. And it says wild card. So when I look at wild card, I'm just thinking about this game like Uno, right? So when we have a wild card, we are extremely happy because the game's trajectory is going to change that way, right? We have a wild card, like, so you are valued that way. Okay, you enter into people's life like a wild card to solve their problems, and they value you immensely. Okay, that is something that I see here. And maybe you're quite aware of this, right? Why are you on this reading? Because look at this. Yeah, sometimes, we lose perspective, like I said. So here, the green man, you're very abundant, your energy, it is very abundant. People are very attracted to this. People find you very rich. Okay, and this doesn't mean just monetary wise, it means in any way, like when it comes to knowledge, and when it comes to intelligence, and maybe even skills and other things. You are quite knowledgeable, you are quite skilled, you are quite advanced. Okay, yeah, you're quite advanced. You're like someone whom we would call an expert. So you have like expert level skill sets, and expert level, what is it, knowledge, life's wisdom, expert level experience, or wisdom gained from experience. Some people go through something, and they take a lot of time to get over it, and they come out of it, and they might even go back to the same cycle again. But you're not like that. Once you experience something, you learn from that. Okay, you're smart that way. So people have noticed this about you, that you are a pattern breaker, and you teach people to break patterns. You even enter people's life. It feels, this is not, I don't know if people are thinking this, because it's coming to me in this reading, so probably they would be thinking it. They feel like, you have entered their life like a lesson, in a good way, in a very positive way. Like they are finally alert to things that they were not seeing before. Okay, so this someone who's as someone who's providing solutions, right? Very simple, making people's life simple is no joke. Okay, for them, they are very happy that you've made it simple, and they are very grateful for this. So I feel like it's such a big problem that you're resolving for them. So it says break the cycle. Recognize toxic patterns and choose to break them, even if it's painful. Your future self will thank you. Yeah, this is the person you are. Okay, this is the person you are, and this is what you teach others as well. You break toxic patterns. Okay, you might cry about it a little while, but you gather the wisdom from it, and you just move on. Okay, and when it comes to your wisdom, you have a lot of it, and because of how well you learn through situations, and even you put yourself out there and you learn about, you consciously learn, with on like reading, and through experiences and through conversations, and intuitively learn, like you're very spiritual. Even people say that you're a spiritual person, and you integrate all these aspects about yourself, all these characteristic features about yourself very well. Okay, there's a very nice grounded balance to it. That's why you're like this. Okay, the green man, you're very abundant, you can manifest anything very quickly, you have that energy. And I see the portal and all this energy, right? People know that being with you, they can manifest anything sooner. Like you come into their life, and It supercharges them. So it says, all that I desire come to me easily and effortlessly. I know to that this to be true, for I am abundant in all that I do. Yeah, you are abundant in all that you do. Okay, when you approach a situation, right, you're taking it very seriously. Okay, you're taking it seriously, but also in a very light-hearted energy, and that comes from like integration. Okay, that comes from integration, from learning, from consciously making those choices, and feeding into your brain and to your system. Okay, you're a mastermind that way. And pe- you are also full of self love. You teach people about self love. Okay, I don't know if you know this about yourself. You should, right? Yeah, you should. Are you here to just to see whether whether these things are right or wrong, whether people have got you correctly? Excuse me. Yeah, you are so about self love. You don't care if people think you're selfish or anything. You teach people self love. Okay, it says radical self love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your day with focus and love of self. Every day I bring radical self love to body, mind, and spirit. This is you. Okay, this is you invest your time and your wisdom and everything that you've gathered towards yourself. Okay, that's why you are able to help others, because you can help yourself. So you help others very easily, and you teach others how to love themselves. Okay, so yeah, you're a motivator that way. Sorry about the sound, that was my chair. And yeah, you would also stand up for people. It says shield, like you would defend them. If you also, you're a great supporter of their dreams, right? You will be there for people. Okay, you will be standing by them, you support them, you are always there for them. Okay, it says shield, you need to defend yourself. So you will teach people to defend themselves and their dreams, and to be strong and resilient just like you, right? You're there to teach them that. It says there is a stream of love supporting my dreams, and that stream of love is you. Okay, so people feel that way, okay, safe that way with your presence. Like, they can dream big because you taught them how to. Okay, because you have already dreamt big and you've crossed certain milestone and you're chasing one after the other, and that is your attitude. Okay, no matter, don't think, okay, I haven't crossed that big of a milestone, but think about it. Okay, just go back and review and see how big of a deal that it actually is. So yeah, I don't think I have to tell you this, you already know. Like, the confidence in your file is like very high, so I think people also compliment that confidence regarding how confident you are. Okay, and there is something about the flow state here. So this is more about, like, I see you being very spiritual. Like, it says natural pattern of event, being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together. So you're a pattern recognizer. Okay, I don't know if that is a word, but that's what came to me. Like how to recognize patterns and solve problems. That is how you do it for yourself, that is how you're able to do it for others. Okay, and that is how we're learning in all sense, even spiritually, right? If you see some karmic cycles and patterns, you know what, first you reflect. Probably, you reflect on your what you see, right? Okay, my life is going this way. Okay, what do I need to do differently, in practical sense, in the physical realm? Then you might get a little more contemplative and imagine, like, from a spiritual sense even. So you have like different layers to your thinking process. So you are that smart. Okay, so people see this about you, like, and you would even suggest spiritual, like you would throw in spirituality here and there, and they would be like, oh, really? Mm, that is the pattern that I need to break when it. So here you are giving practical solution. Hey, you know what, for your finances, do this, do that. But then if you see some patterns repeating, you will tell them, hey, you need to resolve this. You will identify the spiritual connection to this manifestation of their karmic pattern, and you will tell them. So who is noticing this about you? Maybe they're just saying that, I see them breaking patterns, but I see that, they are integrating all their spiritual and every all kind of knowledge and skills into it. Okay, they're multidimensional. So there are people who also think that you are a loner, but this is by choice. I feel like people think that you like to spend a lot of time yourself this is by choice, okay? And yeah, I feel like there's you spend a lot of time on you. You spend a lot of time in isolation, but you're social even, okay? You would come out to socialize. You're always there for them, but you're also like someone who sits with themselves, okay? mm, and you also notice, I feel like if you are sensing like an unhealthy relationship pattern with people, you will cut them out, okay? You will just cut them out. You're very practical that way. You're not very tied to emotions that way, because you can clearly see that it's not working out. So it might come off as, a bit cold to people, but there are people who really appreciate this about you. Okay, how are they able to do this, right? Just cut people off like this, and it is a healthy pattern. It's a healthy thing to do, because you're saving yourself so much emotion and time, just being drowning in that energy, right? Instead, you can fly high, right? So people are recognizing this about you, and it's not like at once, okay? They see this, they kind of try to understand you, and they are kind of understanding the depth. And they kind of like, every time, the first time they do, when they see you do this, right, cut people out, they might judge you. Some of them might be thinking, oh my god, it's very cold. But the more they think about it, and when they see some things in their life, right, hey, you know what, I took so much time to cut this person off, but if I had done that like months ago, I would have saved myself so much time. So they really look up to you that way, like you're doing all the right things, so they want to follow you. They are getting inspired by you, because you're doing the right things, okay? So you have like followers. And people also say that, you are not someone who complains. You don't complain about not having this or not having that in your life. You're very resourceful. You use what is available to you, and you make things work, okay? You don't complain that way. Like, you don't complain about, I don't have all these materialistic things, my finances are not working for me. You will find solutions to all this, okay? So whenever they feel like complaining, they just think about you for some reason. They're like, I don't see pile number one complaining. So you see how you inspire them to do better, like you to act and behave better. So you're really like a role model to them. Why are you here on this reading? You are really like a role model to these people. So yeah, your light is shining, and it is shining quite brightly. Like, it's shining really brightly, and I don't know if you're questioning it right now, if that's the reason you're here, or you're just here to just, what, I just want to listen to what you have to say. Like, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Maybe people don't even see this about myself, but let's see what you have to say. So yes, pile number one, that was your reading. So let me know if it resonated for you. But if this should come as a shocker to you, right? But I don't see that it's not going to be coming as a shocker, but more like, yeah, I am like that. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I am like that. Oh, yes, yeah, people do appreciate me that way. I did get those compliments, yeah, but I forgot. Like, how stupid of me, right? So, yes, pile number one. So, yeah, if you've reached so far, right, I wanted to ask four people in your life to describe you, like in 3 words or 4 words. Just text them and ask them, hey, can you describe me in like, 3 or 4 words, or in few sentences? And you will be literally perplexed by their replies. Okay, you will not be thinking about yourself in the same light as they do, because there's this self criticism talk that sometimes keep going on in our mind, and we kind of forget that actually people see us in this light. Okay, and I should appreciate myself more, um, seeing like how loving I am, and how appreciated I am, right, by others. So I have to appreciate my presence in this world. So yes, pile number one, that was your reading. I hope it resonated for you. I shall see you in my next reading. But before that, if you enjoyed this reading, do make a wish and click the like button for it to come true, and also subscribe, right, for making my wishes coming true. Yeah, that is it. I shall see you in my next reading. Okay, see ya. Bye bye. Hello, pile number twos. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what it is that others see in you that you don't see in yourself. Okay, sometimes we need that external perspective to break out of that jinx of self criticism and realize how bright we actually shine. And even if you're not criticizing yourself, right, sometimes we don't see this perspective of us, like this is how others are viewing us. So let's find out what it is that people are saying about you. Okay, so, pile number two, I have your spread in front of me here. I don't have tarot cards, mostly cards from other decks and some stickers. Okay, so right off the bat, look at this: good vibes and positive energy. Like, yeah, you are all about good vibes. Okay, you entertain good vibes only. So there is this energy where people are saying that you are about good vibes and you entertain only good vibes. Okay, and positive energy as well. Positive energy, and I'm not saying this in a negative way where you are only about good vibes. Sometimes you have to deal with the bad vibes and all that, yada yada yada. People know that you don't take all these bullshit. You don't take all these bullshit talk. You have, like, figured certain things out. You have like a rule book when it comes to your perspective on life. Okay, and it is quite different from others perspective, and they are like quite intrigued by you in a sense. Okay, they're wondering who's this person, like, who is this creature even. Like, you're quite nonchalant, you're quirky, you are quite unbothered, you have this unbothered aura, you just do as you please. Okay, sometimes it might come off as rude to some people, but you just want to be you. Okay, you don't want to be anyone else. You're just being authentic to yourself and your true calling. Somehow this reading is showing me that people are wondering how you're so aligned. Okay, you're quite aligned, you kind of maintain the same frequency in a good way. Okay, you have that vibrational alignment where your thoughts, feelings, actions are in harmony. That's what it says here. Vibrational alignment is pretty good for you, right? So it's something about your perspective in life or as well. Like, you kind of have sorted out like what is important to you and what is not, so you will not be partaking in unwanted drama, or you won't be chasing things that are like superficial and you don't find any value in chasing. So people are really dumbfounded by your decisions. Like, why do you not want that? Like, everyone wants it. Why are you not perturbed? Or like, why are you not excited, like too excited? So you kind of maintain the same, like, inner peace, spiritual gangster kind of a vibration. Okay, so people are mostly intrigued by you. In your reading, it is more, the energy is more about intrigue. Okay, because they've not seen someone like you. Like, you're quite unique, and there is so many, like, there's such different aspects of you all coming together. It is quite confusing for them. Okay, you are also very, like, you're quirky, and you look at this, look at Mr. Bean. You're like, bye, yeah, see ya, I don't want to see any drama. Yeah, you're quite quirky and you're sassy. It's a sassy since birth. People find you sassy, and you are also very strong. Okay, you're very strong and resilient, although you come off as someone who's quirky and you're in your own world doing your own thing. You're not excited by things what others around you are excited about. I mean, it doesn't phase you. You're quite unfazed. Okay, you have mastered selective energy. You want to be drama free. You're like, you know what, this is so uninteresting. Why are people so like excited about these things? So from their perspective, they're thinking, how is this person so unbothered? Okay, and they're really observing you. Okay, they're unbothered, but they're also quite a powerhouse of talent, aren't they? And I have also seen them being very like, they're fighting for some cause, or I've really seen them stand up and be there for people and empower others. I've seen all shades of them, and it is quite different. Okay. And look, we have girl power here. This is what I'm talking about. When I see the radio, right, you're quite loud about your personality and also your support when it comes to certain values. This is kind of fixed for you. You are not someone who is unclear about what you want, what your integrity is, what your values are, what is, how do you see life, right? You kind of value simple things in life. I can see that. But yeah, people are like judging you. Some of them are saying, you're weird, but it's okay. Weird flex, but okay. I really like you, by the way, pal number two. You're very intelligent, okay? You're quite intelligent. And when I see this powerhouse, right, when I see Niagara Falls, so I relate this sticker to this falls, which, like, it's like I see it as a powerhouse, okay? So, powerhouse of talent, powerhouse of skill, powerhouse of people really see that about you. Okay, you're kind of a powerhouse. You have multiple things that you do, and you do it very well. Okay, and you do it in a very nonchalant way, like you're not very stressed out about it. You're carefully, you know what you're doing. Okay, this gives precision. Okay, someone who's precise and who's disciplined and is not stressing about any of these things. Okay, they're not stressing about this. They know what to do. They are living life in a very celebratory, fun, uh, enjoyable way. Look at the celebration, fun, enjoyment. Like, this is how you view life, and you're quite wild. Your nature is quite wild. Look, keep nature wild. So it feels like a person who is not tamed by the society, but also, who is very successful in that social construct of things. Okay, when so that is a good thing. I'm actually inspired by you. And I feel like, yeah, you like best of both worlds. Okay, so when I see Seattle here, I see like nature here, and I see the city here. So the first thought that came to me was, you like best of both worlds. So I see someone who's drifting in and out of two different worlds. Okay, and very good at doing it, very good at maneuvering this. Okay, for example, if you have a different personality altogether than what is expected, like from the society, like from the societal standards, maybe you're doing your 9 to 5, and then after that you're doing something else altogether. Okay, you're living a different life, so you're quite confusing to people, and you are kind of seeping in both these energies into these worlds, and you're not creating any problem there. You're just baffling people and intriguing them, like hee hee, and just going away. I don't know why I did that. So look at this Flavor Town. Exactly. You have different, like taking, if you were a dish, and if I, like, take a bite. Sounds weird when I say it, but sorry, that is what came into my mind now because it's that flavor. So when I bite into it, I'm literally very intrigued first. Okay, it is not, I cannot describe you in just one flavor or two flavor. I'm like, wait, 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 no, now it's quite sweet, and wow, there is some potent flavor there, and there is some spice, there's some sweetness, there's some salt, and I don't know the rest of the flavors. I don't think I'm describing flavors, I'm not sure, but you know what I mean, right? It is like, You get intrigued by it, and you cannot, like, you take a while to describe and know them. And as you progress, it is changing. Okay, it is changing, and you're very intrigued, and you're like, wow, how did they do that? What is it? There's something different about this person. Yeah, there is something about you being very in sync with your higher self. Okay, when I see this Rowan card, mostly what I see is this is like a card of luck for me, and also alignment. So there are other cards that show alignment. Okay, vibrational alignment, Rowan, and um, where is it? Um, okay, I don't see it here, but yes, yeah, you're very much in alignment. Okay, you speak, everything you do is in alignment. Okay, you're just floating or something. So there are some people who are even saying that you match their frequency. Some people think you match their frequency, but I think you are. I don't think you feel that way about these people. It's just that probably they feel like they want to match your frequency. Okay. Mm, yes, look at this sticker. It says why though. No, you are like this. You're quite skeptical about things, and you're like, no, why would I want to do that? And why are people chasing these things? Okay. It's like anything extra or unnecessary, you see no point in it. Okay. You're more about logic over cloud, and it doesn't make sense to you. Okay. And whatever doesn't make sense to you, you don't stress about it, and you don't involve or indulge yourself in it. Okay. You make a silly face, and you just say bye, and you just move on. So see, when I'm saying all these things, I feel like people have not really understood the person that you are, and they're just observing all of these things about you, but they've not given like a solid uh, you know descriptive words for you. And it's just that they're like, whoa, like, they're identifying different aspects of you, and they seem pretty intrigued and confused. Okay, people think you're very knowledgeable. Okay, there is this beauty about your knowledge. It's not something that you read and you spit out. When you say it, you add more wisdom into those writings. Okay, you add your own perspective, and you make it, it's growing. Something is growing out of it. For example, if someone reads a book and summarizes it, right, your summary would be something that is so intriguing and something so well done, like out of the ordinary, something very unique. Okay, and people, like, they have their mouth open, they're quite baffled. And you are also a very creative person. This comes from this, like, you know you can you can put creativity into anything that you do. That is what people are finding out about you. Your process is creative, though you are a very logical and disciplined person. Okay, they're saying you kind of bring in that energy of creativity into everything that you do. A lot of creative ideas, even see new creative ideas. You have a lot of creative ideas, and something they might even be jealous about. Okay, something that they're not able to do, and all that with this nonchalant energy is kind of confusing them. And they see that, you see possibilities. Okay, you see possibilities, you're quite limitless, you're a very optimistic person. You set your mind to do something, you do it, so you're a go-getter. You are very they see you achieving success. Okay, they might be even intimidated by you. So this is how people see you. Okay. What else do I see? What else do I see? Yeah, it says believe in your vision, and I'll help you pave the way. Yeah, so you kind of believe in your vision. Yeah, you are very confident about the kind of path that you take, and you put your energy into. Okay, you're very strong and confident that way. You have that leadership role in your own life, and you take calculated risk is something that is coming through. It says calculated risk. People know that you're taking correct, you make the right choices because you take calculated risks. Okay, and It says, consider me a silent partner in all your ventures. So, yeah, I feel like there are some people who feel like, you are like a silent partner in their ventures. And I don't know what that means, how you're being a silent partner in their ventures, how you're being supportive. Maybe you inspire them. So they kind of do exactly what you do, and probably, like, like a copycat system. And it works for them because it works for you. They kind of use what you do, okay, use your knowledge. So you're like a silent partner in their ventures. But I don't think you are faced by this. You're not going to be like, hey, stop doing what I'm doing. Like, you feel, you'll take it as a compliment. Okay, you take it as a compliment, and you're happy to be the one who is the pioneer of things. Okay, you're happy that way. And people also think you're very organized, and you have self discipline. Like, you stick to a timetable, and you know what you're doing. This is giving off good project manager energy. Okay, someone who is very good at delegating tasks, someone who's very good at organizing, creating timetables, and following that, right? And it might, yeah, people are saying that, you might be delegating a lot of tasks, so someone else is doing your work for some reason. And this is because you are busy. Okay, you are quite busy. So uh, very you've taken calculated risk when it comes to what you're doing, and maybe, like, you've given some work to others. So people are saying this about you. So why are they saying this about you? You might also be someone who is a writer, but maybe in your spare time or secret, like in your hobby, like as a hobby, you might be writing. Okay. Somewhere on a blog, you might have a blog or something like that. You have like a passion project. What else do I see? I hope I showed you this card. It says perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Yeah, I feel like this is something you say a lot. You know what, these things don't matter. Just zoom out and see how like silly these things are. Like, don't waste your energy on all these things. And I forgot to read out these cards. People say that, you have the energy of the comedian. You uses laughter as medicine. When you are crying, they will make a ridiculous face or a well timed joke just to see that first tiny smile break through. So I did see that silly energy about you. You're quite silly, okay? And you are quite a comedian. And when I say comedian, like in a very goofy way, like making silly faces, and you're not afraid to do that. You're not afraid to be quirky and silly in public, okay? Someone like that. And you're also very visionary. I don't know, I keep getting this imagery of Einstein sticking his tongue out, and the way he is, right? His personality, although he's like a master brain, his personality is quite quirky in some ways. In some of the photos that I've seen on him, about him, like, there is so many different aspects to him. It says visionary. Yes, you are the visionary. They're a big picture thinker. Exactly. You're a big picture thinker. See, even with the perspective, it says none of this matters, zoom out, common ground. The visionary, they're a big picture thinker. They're already planning the house you live in 10 years from now because they are certain about you. So, this I drew out from cards that's talking about someone's spouse, future spouse. So let's look at it from this reading's perspective. Someone who's a visionary, someone who's planning life. You're way ahead of your time. Okay, people might, even those people who are judging your. There are other group of people who might be judging you, but they will come to realize that you're making all the right moves and doing all the right things. Okay, you're not as they perceived you to be. So you're quite different. You're like very like a powerhouse of talent, of everything that you project to the world. Okay, so it says open yourself to love. It is safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. So people think that, it is easy to open up to you, like, because you're quite open minded. Okay, you're very open minded. You are not. judgmental, you're not very petty, and you have like, you don't care about these things, so people find it easy. They might be drawn to your positive energy and your good vibes, and they find it very easy to open up to you and trust you. Okay, they're not scared that you will use it against them or anything like that. They know that you don't care about all these things. And what else do I see? Organize resilience. Yeah, it says, I'm strong and resilient. Yeah, you are strong and resilient. And it says in this card, making mistakes build resilience. I have learned my lessons from the mistakes I've made. I stand strong. I'm an adult and I act with self responsibility. Yes, you're very responsible. Okay, the self responsibility thing is like shining. Like the light is shining. When I say self responsibility, like I see a person and it's like, suddenly they're lit. So, yes, that is what people are saying about you, that you're very responsible, you're quite strong, you're quite resilient. I forgot to show you this Hello Kitty card, okay? And I see this, I see, cute, right? Like, pile two, they're cute, but there are also a lot of other things. Initially, when people see you, they might just call you like, hey, so cute, right? Really, so cute. Do you know what else pile two is? So when they talk to another person, they'll be like, cute, huh? Do you know about them? They're quite sassy too. Do you know about them? They kind of topped this exam, or they aced this something about you acing in life, and uh, you might have to look at pile two like a competition, because they they go after what they want and they get it. Okay, they know things that you might not know. So don't be so nonchalant about them, because you need to watch out for pile two. So it is in a good way, okay? Nothing in this in a bad way. They're just thinking, okay, uh, they they shouldn't be, fooling themselves. Thinking that you don't have they don't have to worry about you in case you guys are pitted against each other, right? Or you are in a competitive environment. So here it says, this card says, thank you. Whoa, maybe this is an important message. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perceptions so that I can see what is of the highest good. Mm, do people recognize this about you? But I see this about you. But if it has come through in this reading, then probably they would, right? But who is so aware? It's giving very confused energy. Like, some of them are intrigued by you, some of them are confused, some of them like your positive vibe and the good vibe. Some of them are like, wait a minute, now I need to like really watch pile number two. Like, they are nonchalant, but they could be like a competition. Some of them are like baffled by you, like wow, and some of them think you're sassy. And this people are like, this pile number two, they solve everything with their creative mind. It- when I think about scientists, right, I think scientists and even Einstein, they all have very very creative mind. They might be thinking, okay, logical reasoning and all that, but I feel they have like more than analytical, they're very creative. That is how they're able to solve a lot of mysteries, right, and make all these theories that really sustains our physics and everything right now, the meaning of everything right now, science right now, right? So yeah, you are like that. So yeah, highest good, you are operating from highest good. And some people, I think very few people see this, that is like, I'm pretty sure, like, you are fearless. You don't let fear stop you, or you don't even seem like you have that emotion called fear. I think at least to people it might seem like you don't even have that emotion, you don't sense fear at all. You're like, I don't fear anything. So yes, pile number two, this is what people are saying about you. This is what people think about you and see in you, okay? And it is quite a compliment to see you as a competition, right? uh, and yeah, that is it. I hope it resonated for you, and I hope you heard something new, perhaps, or you already knew all this about you. Okay, I like I know if all this about me, then I'm not sure why you're here. Then okay, so pile number two. That is it for your reading. So if you have reached this part of the reading, right? Please ask four people to describe you in three words and see what their response is. And I think you're gonna say, I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do that. I don't care about their responses. It's okay. It's okay. Just for data, right? Just for data. Ask them and see what they think about you. And if you really want to play with that and work with that, hey, I want to change their perception about me. This is not working in my favor. Like I don't want them to bother me. So I kind of change my perception. I'll do something quirky or goofy and they'll run away from me. So pile number two, you're giving off such a vibe. Okay. I am not making this up. So let me know if it is true. Okay. Pile number two. So yeah, your reading ends here. Before you go, if you enjoyed watching this, do click the like button, but make a wish before you do that, and it is going to come true, I promise. And yeah, I shall see you in my next reading. Until then, bye bye. Hello, pile number three. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out what it is that others see in you that you don't see in yourself. Okay, sometimes we do need that external perspective to break out of that self critical jinx that we put on ourselves, right? Maybe this is not for all of you, but we kind of tend to do that even at a subconscious level. So it is good to hear these things, like the different perspective of you. And realize how bright that we actually shine, right? So I have your spread in front of me here. This is more about stickers and cards from different decks. I did not pull out tarot cards this time. I don't know. So I didn't feel called to do that, but let's dive right in, okay? Pile number three, you are such a rebel. You have such a bold energy about yourself, right? You're confident, you're courageous, you're bold. And this is, in some people, it is sitting very well, but in others, it is like, they are quite, they kind of see you as someone to be feared or someone like, is a problem. So you have like, your energy is divided, the people here, right? How people see you, it is divided into two sides only for your pile three. You are like a thunderstorm here, okay? You're coming in to bring that, you to shake things up literally, and you're changing things up for people. Like you're very fiery, you're very passionate, you have that bold energy. Like don't mess with pile number three. Okay. But pile number three, there are people out there who realize these things about you, that you're bold, they see this, you're bold, you're courageous, you stand up for your right, you stand up for what you believe in, and you also stand up to people who cross you, okay? And they find this very inspiring. They feel that, what, pile number three is doing it, and they've been waiting to do this, okay? Maybe they have always been in the shadows of these people, right, who has been like overpowering them or trying to control or manipulate or just, you know controlling them with their belief system, while there are other set of people who don't really align with those values. Like it could be from a different generation or whatever it is, they're very controlling and probably badgering them, or I don't know. So you are inspiring a crowd, right? Imagine a lot of people are looking at you like, yeah, they pile number three, like, yeah, go get them, yeah, go get them. It's good that you said these things to them. See, you are, look at this energy. Not today, Karen. And you say it as it is, okay? You don't sugarcoat things. You just slap facts and just spit facts into people's faces, and you just say things as it is, okay? You're like, how do I say it? I don't know. You're very straightforward. You're very straightforward. You don't hesitate, okay? You're like, did I stutter? Oh my God, is that your? No, no, no. That was a different thumbnail. So you are really like, did I stutter? You heard what I said. And look at this. Hey, you dropped this. It's a brain, okay? So you really call people out, okay? And yeah, so look at this. Just breathe. So this again, I'm seeing in two different ways. Just breathe is, you're taking people's breath away, all these admirers, and there are different groups of people that you're literally like taking that breath away, and there are people who admire you that way just because they admire you, and some of them have a crush on you. So they, that fear that comes from looking when you look at a crush, right? Butterflies and fear, I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it is fear even. Like, yeah, it is fear, right? Sometimes normal things like talking to a person, you cannot do it when you're talking to a crush. You like stuttering, and you're like sweating and all that. So yeah, you bring this energy in people, okay? You invoke this because they really like you, okay, but they're not able to tell you because they are scared. And just breathe is also from coming from the other perspective, where people kind of are they fear you because they're like, you know what, I don't want to cross file 3 today. They're going to like I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm scared. I don't want to cross them today. So you also bring that fear energy in people, okay? Yeah, there are people who like see you as, you're the root of all problems, you're evil and all that, and you're standing there. I am not the root of all problem. You're projecting on me. You're like spitting facts. You are projecting on me. This is the issue with you. And you really tell them what their problem is, and now they have to face it. They cannot avoid it. They cannot run away from it. So you very clearly you tell them, this is your problem, you fix it now. They cannot fight back. They cannot talk back to you because they're scared, because you're very intelligent, okay? You're very intelligent, you're very smart. You might be goofy, but you are very smart. Look at this Einstein. And you're very colorful person, okay? Although, see, look, there is this group of people who see that, you are really different. Your heart is just different shades of gray. And you just lay it out, like, depending on the intensity of the situation. You just, give them your response is that way, okay? You fight back that way, like, you will get a different shade of darkness from pile number 3 if you mess with them. Yeah, you do serve things ice cold. It says serving things ice cold. But there is such, you're very powerful, okay? Pile number 3, like, you stand up, uh, you stand for yourself, you stand for people who need you, right? You identify people who are like, being very bossy and overpowering and all that, you know misusing their power or authority or things like that, and you really stand up for these people, okay? And you're really like, hey, you like, get out of the way, stop messing with my people, stop messing with my people, basically, or messing with me. And look, did I show you rebel girl? I think I did show you rebel girl, right? But there are people who are, understanding that you are not all just this, okay? There are people who are actually grateful that you are there, okay? You showed up and you are there, and they really admire the things that you do, and the way you stand up for yourself and all that. See, it says fey energy here. Things are not as it seems. Not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there is a story beneath the tail. So people are saying there is more to you to love, okay? You might be, having a reputation among people. There are people gossiping about you, but there are a lot of people who are literally admiring you, okay? They know there is more to you than the spread gossip or whatever impression that people are trying to put about you out there, right? um, See, look at this. It says there is more to love. There is literally more to love about you, okay? And they know this. They know that, when they get to know you, look at this. This is your inner world. You are so colorful, and this is not true, okay? This shades of gray thing, this kind of impression that your haters or whatever this group of people are trying to like unnecessarily create drama for you and others, and you are standing up like a warrior queen, right? Yeah, you're not all that, okay? there is more to you. Your inner world is so beautiful, right? Look at this bunny. It's giving creative energy. It is giving Alice in Wonderland. It is giving abundant energy, like an ecosystem, like very sweet and very chilled out. Okay, you're a very chilled out person. Actually, look at this. You are so chilled out. Tummy out, laid back. Literally, this is you. You're just a chill person. Okay, you don't like to worry. It says, don't worry, do not worry. Yeah, you're just always telling people, don't worry, and you're not worried. You're not seen as someone who worries a lot. Okay, it's just that you have like a personality switch. Okay, it's literally goes on and off like a switch depending on the energy that is standing in front of you. Okay, the kind of people that you interact with, you treat people how they treat you. You speak to people from the same awareness as they speak to you. And you're dealing with a lot of people here, okay, because you're literally entering people's life to shake things up for them, okay, to end patterns. In a spiritual way, you are just actually coming in to end certain patterns in people's life. Okay, look at this. It is twin flame energy. Intense mirroring connection shows you your own strength and help you heal things you didn't know were broken. This is what you do to people. Okay, this is the kind of energy that you have for people, and this is coming from your admirers and your well-wishers and people who like you and love you. But the same mirroring energy with others, right? They don't want to confront those truth about themselves. They don't like being humbled by you. Okay, so they will constantly be coming to, like, as the opposing force, trying to bully you. Okay, because they don't want to face their own truths. So I see you handling both of it, both of this. People are talking about, look at how pile number 3 handles their bullies. Like, they don't care. It says, look at this. It says, fun fact, I don't care. And here it says, go take a hike. Go take a hike. Literally, so many cards that is aligning with that message, right? And yeah, there are also people who describe you as someone who loves to travel and who loves to learn about different cultures, perhaps. Okay, look, we have Nike Air and this aeroplane, paper plane. And again, we do have an aeroplane sticker here. Then we have Paris, then we have India. So, what I'm seeing is someone who likes to travel and who like to know things about different culture, right? They like to learn about different culture. They love to travel. And we have the Eiffel Tower and the Taj Mahal here. So two wonders of the world is come up in the same pile. So I'm going to say that, you're a wonder yourself. Okay, you're quite an enigmatic person. It says the enigma. They are mysterious, they are deep, they reveal layers of themselves over time, like a slow unfolding story that only you get to read. Okay, so that those people who have actually indulged, spent some time knowing you, they would know this about you. Okay, what kind of a beautiful person that you are. There are layers to you. You're mysterious, you're deep, you're enigmatic, right? And if I look at the sticker, right, sorry, excuse me, look at the books, and you see these are new books and there are some old books. So it's like over the a particular timeline, right? So it's giving timeless energy. And I did pull out a card that says silver fox. So if you are like, obviously, I think most of the people who are on this reading would be feminine, so it would identify to feminine energy. It says silver fox here. So, see it from a feminine perspective. It says timeless, distinguished look, mature aura, extreme grace. Okay, that applies for both. So, yeah, they see you as someone who's timeless, you're distinguished, you have a distinguished look, okay, and you have a very mature aura, very strong aura, very powerful aura, and you, you know, you approach things and you behave, or your mannerism is of extreme grace. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. No, wait. I didn't say anything about this sticker before, right? So yeah, so this sticker is telling me that, you have like good style, and this timelessness about you is also reflected there. And yeah, you have a good self image, okay? Like how you see yourself, how you value yourself so highly, right? You don't care about what others think about you, their opinions, or anything, because you have like a high value for yourself. You love yourself so much, you see yourself in such high light, okay? And people love that about you, people want to be like you, okay? And yeah, you are also someone who would cut people and out if it is necessary, situations, people, and yeah, the necessary edit, right? You are not hesitant to do that. It says edit, do the necessary cut. And the thing about travel, right? There's so much about travel here. I don't know. Let me know if you love to travel. It says ticket to anywhere. I don't care. So you just want to go anywhere. I just want, like, you want to travel. Just if someone calls you out, like, you know what? Let's go here. Let's go there. You'll be like, yeah, let's go. I'll come with you. Like, you're happy to travel. You're happy to be a traveler. There are also people who think that you express or you show love, or your love language is by of is that of a provider. It says they express love through security. They will handle the boring stuff. Okay, this may not be completely like resonating for you. It says boring stuff like care, no, maintenance or taxes, you will never have to worry about them. So this is actually from a future spouse, like male perspective deck that I pulled out. But you see, you're very nurturing, you're like a provider, you like to provide to those who's close to like whom you consider as close, and you feel like you want to protect them, right? You have such a nurturing energy about yourself. And you also like to be the fixer. That is what people are saying. You know, you are the ultimate problem solver. Look at this, problem solver. Whether it is a broken shelf or a broken heart, they will show up with their tool and stay until it is right. How sweet. Yeah, you love to be there for people, okay? You want to be the fixer. You really want to stand, because you know how difficult it is, because initially you went through the process of doubting yourself, and now you are like, fully in this powerful energy where you don't care about anything. You just want to be there for yourself. You fight for your values, your views, and you'll fight for people, okay? If you see that they're taken advantage of, you will be there for them. So they see that they can really depend on you that way. And beneath all this, right, beneath all this, some this stoic facade, or if at all you're wearing a mask, or you have those walls up, because there are other people here, there are a bunch of people who are really opposing your energy. So if at all you have that, beneath all that, people know that you have such unconditional love. You have this pure unconditional love. And those people, right, those people with their pure heart, and they can really see that in you. That is why they kind of tend to be drawn towards you, okay? Look at this, you're such a spiritual gangster. It says, let that shit go. You're meditating, like you don't want to be, you're very chilled out as a person. You like being chilled out, you don't want to be bothered, but just shit just happens with you and in your life, and you kind of take care of it, and you just move on, okay? You embrace certain things, like life experiences as it is. You don't fight it, like like the seasons. There is winter, there is summer, and we have to embrace each season, like so, like that. Even in our life, uh, you understand that there are different season. So you kind of embrace it, and you just go along with it, okay? People are also telling that you have like a good taste in music, or you're a music junkie. You have like an awesome mix. It says mix. People really like your music or your taste in music, something about that. And there are some people, or someone here, they are saying you're a deep sleeper. So they're describing you that way, like you kind of sleep very, you're in deep sleep, okay? They've not seen someone who sleeps like this. uh, and there is also someone who's coming through to say that to remind you how beautiful you are, and you don't really appreciate yourself and your beauty, or your looks, your the way you are, right? The person, your personality. You don't really appreciate that enough. It says we are all born so beautiful. The greatest tragedy is being convinced we are not. So yeah, I feel like if there are, if at all, there are times that you doubt that, whether you are, mm, actually this is not your energy, is it? I think it works both way because there's mirror energy here. So whenever you doubt anything about yourself, there are people here, your admirers and your well-wishers are here to tell you that, you know what, we love you and we see you in this light. So please see yourself in this light even. Okay. So with the mirror energy, you are also doing the same to other people. Okay. And I see you like, you're staying in your lane and you are investing your energy in different aspects of your life or different projects or different things, and you're blooming. Okay. You are blooming, and it's, look at it, like it feels like it's growing. It's not like intertwined or mangled up or anything, right? So it's blooming very progressively in a very nice steady manner. And there's this card that says value undiminished. Your value doesn't reduce based on someone else's inability to see it. Yeah, this is something that you believe in. Uh, Although you have so many haters, apparently, I don't know why that energy is coming off. You know that your value is not diminished by them. Okay, I did pick up that energy when I was looking at this, like the sticker. I did say that right earlier. Yeah, so this is what I am sensing from your reading. And people, whoever has invested their time with you, right, to get to know you, to understand you, they feel like, it has been like it's a good investment. Investing time with you and knowing you has been really good for them, and they're grateful that you are there in their life. Okay, they see this unconditional love. They see, they see the person, they see you as you, who you are. They're drawn to your energy, this unconditional love. Other people fear it. There are people who are just drawn to it so that they're, because they're healing, and they're healing you also. Okay, because they are more positive. There is more positive effect of you on them. Okay, what is this? It says faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. Yeah, I think this is you. Of course, you're staying calm in certain situations. Like, no matter what, you kind of stay calm, you center your energy, and you trust. This is something that you tell yourself, like you trust the good in yourself and others, and you see the light in the world. Okay, you focus on the light. You're not focused on anything else. You kind of edit out these people out of your life. Okay, you stay focused on the light, and this is what you tell others, even whoever needs to hear it, because it is possible that they might get affected by these bully energy. This is quite overpowering and uh, projecting on them, and they might be depressed. Okay, they might, okay, I don't know if I have to use the word depressed, but their energy might be quite low. So you come in like a protective force. You come in like a force that is empowering them, inspiring them, and telling them, focus on the light, focus on your dreams, let these people go, let that shit go. Literally, let that shit go, let these people go, edit them out of your life. Okay, you're there for them, you're motivating them, you are making sure they are also in the same like mindset as you, because you learn from your experiences. You want to make sure they're also uplifted that way. So yes, rebel girl, that was your reading. I hope it resonated for you in some way, because I feel like, a lot of things I said is very situation based, right? I told you there are like group of people who are like literally hating on you, so you must be able to connect with that if this reading is for you, right? So yeah, pile number 3, that was your reading, and I hope it. I don't know. I hope you liked it. It was entertaining, at least. Also, yeah, pile number 3. Before you go, I want to tell you this. Do ask 4 or 5 people to describe you. Okay, ask them what is it that they think about you, and see what their responses are, and You might be like, you might be wondering, oh really, you guys think this of me? I don't see myself in this light, but I'm happy. Like, it might make you really happy. It might really, you're going to feel very loved, or something is going to happen, okay, when it comes to your emotions. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm confused, I think. Yeah. So, pile number three, that was your reading. I shall see you in my next reading. And if you're planning to hit on that like button, make a wish before you do that. It's going to come true, I promise. And yes, I shall see you in my next reading. What is wrong with me? Okay, bye bye.